And welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Malabal Tour. So, this is a follow-up to a quest that we got a long time ago. Actually, when we first visited Vulgwasten, we had someone say that maybe we should come to Belarata, which is the ruins, presumably down below us. Yeah, there's an anchor over there. I've dealt with it. Haven't I?
No one will buy from you once I'm through. Not even the wood orcs. And they buy from anybody.
So this guy is viewed as a weaponsmith, but I think he's more than that. Let's hear what he has to say. Qa'Rajh.
Qa'Rajh does not know why he bothers sometimes. Relics are old. I do not guarantee their potency.
I mean, that's true. Not everything dug out of ancient ruins have tremendous power, like that could be. But what is your secret?
Secret? Qa'Rajh is a trader, nothing more. I sell things, you buy them. This is the way of things. At least it should be. Some people think differently.
Where do your goods come from?
They say no one gets into Belarata, but Qa'Rajh is better than anyone. Why have a door that leads nowhere, yes? Want to keep someone out? Build a wall, not a door.
That sounds true. Can you show me the door?
Even if I wanted to show you, I could not. These people, they harass me day and night. There is no end to their whining. Get them to leave me alone, then maybe I might show you.
We have a deal.
Good luck. You will need it. The man himself could not get them to leave. Not the man, not his armies. These ones do not understand or leave the Riddle Tar.
Well, we know who the main is, and we kind of also know the Riddle Thane, so... yeah, I think we should just say goodbye and just sort of talk to people. Kevin, you're closest.
Qa'Rajh has dealt with you fairly. Now go, please.
He sold me a Welkin stone. Do Welkin stones dissolve in the rain? I think not.
Did he say it was a Vulcan stone?
No, I suppose not. But it looked the way they're described in Magic from the Sky. What else could it have been?
I mean, then you have literally have no reason to blame him. Stop blaming Jordan. I could easily pay them, but this is, I mean, I don't know if I get anything for intimidating them or persuading them, but yeah, I mean, he does have a point, even if it is a bit shady.
I suppose you're right. Should have asked, at least. I'd hoped to get my money back. Oh well. It could have been worse.
Yeah, alright, at least she was reasonable. Altimbar.
This would never happen in Somerset. Where is a justiciar when you need one?
What's wrong?
That cat over there sold me a staff he said was older than the ruin itself. Well, it was old, all right. Fell apart in my hands not a mile out of Valenwood. Ancient artifacts must be preserved before you sell them. Everyone knows that.
Well, Qa'Rajh might not know that, but I don't believe that he's a bumpkin. I believe he is actually fully well capable of knowing that. But, like, if he says he sold him an old staff... well...
You're
I
right.
suppose that arguing would work for a fairly
when all this war business
up.
is over, these savages should learn a thing or two about how things must be done.
I suppose this line of argument would suffice for a stuffed up high elf scholar, at least according to himself. Alright, what about you?
Don't believe anything that swindler says. Look what his garbage did to my brother. It's not safe.
What happened?
I bought the magic stone, slipped it into Elibor's pocket to get back at him for rubbing ivy on my bedroll. Not a minute later, he's struck by a bolt from the sky. Look at him. He's lucky to be alive.
Can I see the stone?
Sure, it's in my pack. I'll get it.
Please don't tell me you're getting hit by lightning now. Now that would explain why I couldn't search that pack.
Brother, no!
Looks harmless, right? Wait, what's that tingling?
Well, so much for that. I mean, I didn't really persuade them to leave, I just got them hurt so that...
Are you alright?
We're leaving.
They're gone! What powers you must wield!
Now you can show me the entrance.
Good, good. Time to pack. On my way, yes? What? You expect me to show you now?
We made a deal.
Not exactly. Qa'Rajh did say maybe, yes? No? Such misunderstanding over a little knick-knack. Just a rock. How could I know what he did? Most of what she gave me was harmless.
I can't help you if you don't tell me everything.
In the ruins. Belarata. There is a ghost, yes? She thinks, she thinks I am her lover. So she gives me things. Clothing, trinkets, things that belong to him. Most are harmless. All but dangerous? Never. Well, mostly.
I don't know, a stone that conducts lightning seems pretty high on the dangerous scale, but show me the way in. I mean, mostly would.
Fine, fine, Qa'Rajh will show you. Come, follow me.
Okie dokie. Time for a delver. Oh, that's another side quest. Right, I was like, wait, didn't I get all the people to leave? I was like, wow.
I found this in Skyrim at the bottom of a lake. A sword with a poem etched into it. Also the name, Belarata. It took so long before I found Belarata. Well, let's begin. Our fates through the years are tied. A lover's kiss, not one denied. Our hearts awoke from blissful sleep, where battles break and maidens weep. Away to war, not long to part, with sword enchanted by his sweet heart. A lover's bond forevermore, to keep each lover's heart in store. Too sweet, even for me. But what can you do, yes? Come, she waits.
Well, so does Nernroot. That is right here. Aha! I know they might not have the same kind of value or leverage that they did in, especially Oblivion, but also in Skyrim. But still, I mean, they're charming. And given that they are...
Moment. We should speak.
Yes, we should, but I'm right in the middle of explaining why I'm collecting Nernroots in the middle of a quest. Thank you. Right, so... As you might be able to tell, I don't like being interrupted by people or NPCs or sounds like that. So when I hear something churning and chiming nearby, especially when talking with an NPC, you gotta bet I'm going to go and stop that churning. That is the same kind of irritation that I have towards the anchors. Not that they're there, not that how they're lined up, not how the combat works or anything like that, or their story importance. I don't care about that, but I care about the noise they're making. Right, let's get down into it. What kind of... Okay, so this is not so much a delve, unless there are hidden rooms, which doesn't seem like...
Before we go, there is something you should know.
Go on. You can still hear the damn anchor! God!
Last time Qa'Rajh got out by the fur on his tail, the ghosts want her lover to stay forever. But there is a barrier within. Beyond are the treasures of the aliens, locked up for centuries. Nothing like the trinkets I sold.
How would we get through this barrier?
The poem on the sword opens the ruin, yes? More scribbles are all around the ruins. Poetry, Spoken randomly, they do nothing. But if we knew how they fit together,
Why would that matter?
we could open the ruin and share in the plunder. We'll enter separately as paupers, but leave together rich as kings. So, you will help me?
Why should we enter separately?
She may not let you in, and there is still the barrier. No, we do not hide our sugar in one boot. We go in separately.
Explain why it's worth the risk.
Aheh. I admit, I do not do this only for you. Until now, I have only been able to, shall we say, receive gifts from her. If even a handful are like the lightning stone, well, it could be fairly lucrative, yes.
What about the Mages Guild? They'd want to explore the ruin.
Once we remove the barrier, the researchers can examine the relics before I sell them. Juregdar promises no tricks.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. Take the sword as a symbol of our pact. I want it back later. I will keep her busy. You figure out the poems, and when we get out, we will both be very rich, yes?
I mean, I already have more than 1 million, but I kind of have my doubts to the extent of richness gathered from this place. But let's do it anyway. I mean, it is a quest.
I have returned, my love.
My love? I cannot... Your sword, where is...
You are tired. Let me come closer.
You are not
Third.
Thorondil. Get back.
Ah!
Third scrap. Where is the first scrap? Second scrap. No. So, third. A scrap. Ah, okay. Might as well do them in this order. And a third. Let's see if that works. Barrier? Well, I hope they're in the right order. Up. Stony walls. Since I can't read the notes, I'm going to assume that this is the right way. Otherwise, it's a very, very badly constructed quest. Pale light creeps into the barrier. So, like this. Ah. So they're not completely in the right order. Okay, well. Ah! Hello?
You are not a Lanway, yet you called me here. How?
Through words written a long time ago.
Still here after all this time? I had expected them to crumble with the ages.
Who are you?
An old knight. Thorondil the Gold, they called me. I had lands, titles, slaves. All dust now. Even my love has forgotten.
Well, we kind of know that Tamriel isn't exactly a rosy place in most cases. Your love?
Alanwe, Lady of the Weald. Surely they still sing of her? Her hair, bright as the sun. Her skin, pale as the moon. 9 years we were together, happy. Then the war. I'd gone north to fight the uprising and died there.
Well, that was very straightforward. They usually go about praising themselves about fighting and it's like being dramatic about how they died. And it was like, I went north and died. Okay. Well, I don't think there is any point to sort of question or shame him about his slave owning business because, well, he's already dead, first off. Secondly, that ancient time that he was likely from, things were different. And I don't think it makes any difference to do this. So what happened?
She brought me here with words of light, but knew me not. When I went to her, she cast this barrier to keep me and all others away. I have been in this place ever since, waiting.
For what?
Released from this nightmare, what else? Alanwe remembers only the sword. Its enchantment blinds her to everything else. If I still had the sword, maybe.
What would you do with it?
Bring her with me. To Aetherius, to whatever lies beyond.
Okay, here, take the sword.
What? The sword? Give it to me! Were I alive, I could grant you such splendor. Alas, everything is dust. But I am forever in your debt.
Okie dokie. So go and do your thing. I don't think these bookshelves hold anything.
My head. I need a moment.
Alanwe, at long last I return.
Varondil? You have been gone only a day, but it feels like an age.
Each day is an age without you.
Yes, true, but where have you been?
It is a long story, but come. Aetherius awaits.
Yes, together forever, as was always meant to be.
So long, my friend, and thank you for everything.
Okay, that was fairly simple. Before we talk to him, let's go check the bookshelves. So that barrier had basically preserved what was in this room. Hopefully that doesn't mean that the whole damn thing is going to collapse now that the barrier is gone. Bit of an odd setup, but why do we have the same book? Oh, hello, law book. Woo. Well, the food here is fresh. It's slightly weird. Well, most of it is. Okay, Juragda, what do you have to say?
My head thanks you for your haste. Once the barrier fell, whatever she was doing stopped as well.
I put the spirits to rest.
Truly, I am glad. She was very lonely and for so long. But enough melancholy, yes, to our spoils. Where's my catalogue? I must document my finds.
That was shorter than I expected, unless there is something... I don't think there is something else to this place. I mean, we got both a... Oh, they're over here. Adventure. Oh, let's see. Etching on an ancient sword. We might as well take a time to read it, because we're sort of... the point where we're more than halfway through an episode. So, unless I want to spend the rest of the episode just running towards the next quest, which is not far away, so that's not going to be do much either, we might as well take some time to read a bit. Oh, that was literally what... a fourth scrap apartment. Hello! So here I wait. I long to see if you at last return to me. Okay. I mean, if I had the chance to be able to read them first, maybe I would have been able to do it in one, but no. Normally, when you pick up a scrap or a note like that in this, you are able to read it, which is not always fruitful because they might be in places filled with enemies. I actually kind of wanted to read those, especially because they were part of the riddle. Albeit it wasn't a threatening riddle, like it was just, go back and try again. But still, quest design and puzzle design. Now, given the fact that they were literally, well, not exactly numbered, but they were literally a scrap, the second scrap, third scrap, I would have been thinking, that's why I picked them up in that order, I would have been thinking, okay, I need to read the first scrap. But so then when I couldn't read the first scrap, I was like, okay, am I just going to do it like 1, 2, 3? Because that would be logic. But that wasn't the case. It was 1, 3, 2. And I don't think that is, albeit it wasn't a difficult quest at all, a difficult puzzle, that is still kind of bad puzzle design. If all of them had been titled A Scrap of Paper, even then you should have had an option to be able to read them right as you pick them up. Like that is the normal way this game functions. Like even unless you have a book that is literally says seal the book, then you're like, okay, I can't read what's inside. Then you might be able to get like a description that the seal won't come off whatever you try. Fair enough. Then you have like, okay, I can't read what's inside, so I don't know what the answer is. But here it was literally a scraps of paper. And that is not a good way to design a puzzle. It's a fine way to design a puzzle if you work it out so that the puzzle makes sense. It doesn't make sense when you can't read. Going off on a little bit of a rant, but I've gone into a lot of puzzle delving and puzzle creation for the nearby time because I have recently DM'd a one-shot with a significant amount of puzzles. So I've actually looked a bit into this. I'm nowhere a professional puzzle maker or anything like that, but I do know what makes a puzzle bad. Perhaps not what makes a puzzle good, because that's always up to the people solving it. And if you solve it too fast, it can be too easy. If it takes too long, it becomes frustrating. Puzzles are always meant to have that sort of balance where they're like, not too much in either direction. And this one was poorly designed. Well, the design wasn't poor, but the hints and the way to solve it was. Now, I'm only thankful for the fact that it didn't punish you, like hurt you if you got the puzzle wrong. That would have been absolutely damning for that puzzle. Right. Well, there was a side quest up around here, wasn't there? Oh, there's certainly some more. We'll take that. I might make a shorter video this time around. So we got Abermath, but that quest is way up here. It might also be that this Erlin is going to tell us about. Well, let's see.
I've heard tales of your valor at Esduin. Bravely done.
Esduin was another alien ruin, so that would make sense that this might be to Abermath itself. It does look like there are some kind of wall system going on here. Perhaps not a cliff, but a wall. Let's see.
If I have to comb through the worm cult's filth to find her, I'll strangle her with my bare hands.
Who are you looking for?
Erethiel, again. I bet the worm cult caught her.
Oh, that's
she
right.
She said she'd meet me here after going back for Qa'Rajh. They're both long overdue. I'd go back, but someone's got to keep watch. Maybe you could help me.
Help you how?
Check the camps near Abermath's ruin for Erethiel. I'm not as worried about Qa'Rajh. She can outrun anything, especially when she's scared. And watch out for the worm cult. They've taken over Abermath.
I'll find them. Yeah, so that was for Abermath.
Always the last to reach the checkpoints. Always off foraging for squirrels or birds or what have you. Erethiel has some explaining to do.
Can you tell me what happened?
A worm cult ambush. Undead rose from the path ahead and behind. What few guards we had panicked and were killed by those monstrosities. Only one of us managed to escape. Erethiel.
What is this place?
Abermath was built by the Aelids over an orc settlement. Orcs say it's the birthplace of the blood of Moloch, their face-painting ritual. The mud holds no real power, else their ancestors wouldn't have been cast for this place by the Aelids.
I mean, I know very well what the worm cult is by this point. Arethiel?
She was traveling with us to Silvanar, a Bosma city some distance from here. Our Thiel managed to slip away in the confusion of the attack. Later on, she snuck back in and rescued us.
Okay, that sounds... Right, well, it seems like the easier way is to go over the bridge. Oh, shut up! I'm not that close. I'll just... Oh, a deadly incursion! Well, we might as well take this on, given that we haven't really had any combat. And for the sake of, you know, filling out the time in this episode. Ooh, my food booster, my stat booster is off. Alright. I'm trying to get this done once I've managed to build one of these Remora down. Not the Twilight, because that's not really a danger here. Oop. Here we go. Boop. And boop. Flappy? You killed my Flappy! Flappy, or a different Flappy killed my Flappy. That's not cool. Oh, different. So much for that. Oh, seducers! Interesting. Oh, and we have a friend. Well, that's gonna make this a lot easier. Mender. Oh, it was his Daedroth. I was like, wait, what? Right. Thunderbug's necklace? I don't think I need it, but how is my inventory looking? That's not my inventory. There we go. Ugh, not too great, but should have room enough. Let's see, Horvers. And just Horvers. It looks like we can cross the river here. Well, we will do that in the next episode. And until then, take care.